You caught the rerun. You caught the rerun. Celebrate that. Congratulations. Yeah. Well, here you go. Jumping right on in. It is Mornings with the Moose Friendly Fridays edition. And we do this every Friday. We have this in our private group Monday through Thursday. And on Friday, we bring it out into the public because we're brave and bold and all of that. We have great members. That's really the truth. And so Friendly Fridays means we bring somebody from our community out and just kind of have a conversation and showcase them and let them talk about business and life and whatever else, you know? We don't really, I say that we have topics, but they aren't always necessarily the topics. So be prepared for that if you haven't been here before. I'm Nancy Lewis Hill, the Lightened Up Entrepreneur, and you are amongst the Musketeers at the moment. So good morning, good morning. Hey, oh my goodness, good morning, Jorianne. Welcome to Mornings with the Moose Friendly Fridays edition. My broadcaster voice. Tim, what's going on? What's happening? What's shaking, bacon? What's new and what's happening out there? My gosh. And so, yes, community member and fellow human being on the earth, Jerry-Ann, you're here. Good to see you. So today's guest host, co-host is shout out to the plaid chairs. I know, right? I wore a plaid shirt last week and it was like, 2 weeks ago, whatever. I don't know. I don't keep track of my wardrobe, but I felt like I blended in with the chairs. It was a little weird. I felt like the tablecloth. So what's going on? What's new? So all right, I'm gonna bring in Mandy Jo Rindhage, and she's gonna be popping in here. And shout out to the drink. Shout out to the people. Shout out to the moose. Shout out to the silent watchers, the lookers, the thinkers. Shout out to Caleb. You got a giraffe rug yesterday. Okay, shout out to Mandy Jo. Here she comes. Ready? On your mark, get set. Go! Ah!
Good morning.
Morning. I gotta make sure I put up your name at the bottom because I did not do that, but I will. I think it's because I have a banner that went up. Let me watch this. Watch this. The magic of it all. So what's going on? What is new?
Oh, so much fun. I'm just putting in the holidays because I didn't see them come through. So
here's a little secret in our group. Mandy Jo has coined herself, and now I branded her in the group as the holiday giver. So she tells us what every day, what's the holiday of the day. And it could be, I don't know, it could be like blueberry pie for 3 days. And sometimes we don't understand it, but we just take it. We love it and we go with it. And sometimes it's really weird stuff that I don't know how it even comes up or who even volunteers these names up, but we'll take them because they're always interesting. So,
and then you get emails that say, "Oh yeah, by the way, yesterday was pick your chocolate day or something weird like that."
Yeah, don't miss that. So what do we got here? Laura, let's see. Shout out to the golf course, not waiting for the heat of the day to mow. Nice. So it's nice and early. You got the golf course being mowed. Excellent. Excellent. And yes, we need to tell Veronica Jeans that you have a giraffe rug, Jerry-Ann. Veronica Jeans, also a member of the community, has a pet giraffe that she refers to in another show. Not in this show, but that's it. And yes, now more than ever, if you haven't heard that phrase before, let us bring it to your forefront that it is the phrase of the century right now, more than ever. And Tim Stone has made sure that we never forget that that's the thing to say after everything that we don't understand. Right? And good morning, Cindy Lou out there in New Zealand. What's going on? All right. So yeah, it is the gift that keeps on giving, right? Team football. Jerry-Ann's pretty happy about that. All right. So you just came back from a trip. So I wanted to I want to talk about that. Shout out to the Rona that is now in visited Joy School. Oh, so the Rona has hit Tim's wife's school. All right. Well, this is not exciting, but all right. We'll talk about that. My gosh,
I put the holidays in and it's not showing up. That's so weird.
That's so rude. It's so Facebook right now.
Facebook is being really weird.
I'm gonna keep this all in perspective, y'all, because I listen to people go off about Facebook. Oh, that is they're terrible. Why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? And all in all, can we just keep this in perspective? It's free.
No, right?
I like to barking at it like it should know better. It should be. They should have it. It's free, folks. It's free. All right. Maybe if you want to place ads and all the other stuff, it might not be free, but get it all in perspective. And sometimes the free platform gets a little bit tipsy. And right now, I believe
exactly.
It switches to the new format, the new Facebook, and there are some glitches, some serious like what the heck's even happening glitches, and we just go with it, right?
Well, and I do like the dark mode that it has.
Me too.
Then it's like you're on these other pages and you're like, ooh, that's too bright.
Yeah, I've dropped it. And this is coming from Facebook, big Facebook herself, Jerry Ann. This blows right now. It does. It's a mess. And really, right there, that's it. That's it. We are currently doing what we're paying for. Like, it's all right.
It's free.
I know. Where's my red? I had red. Oh my gosh.
I was going to wear my red shirt, which I wore last time, but I don't have. Do I have a red? I have to find my hoodies so that I can wear my red hoodie, because I do have a red one, but this one I found first. It's cold here.
Yeah. What do you got? What's the temp there in the mitten?
Let me check. Oh, it's 44 degrees.
Oh, yeah, it's nippy. It's nippy.
So this was the first hoodie that I found. I do have a red one that I can wear next time.
Okay, so what's with the red? We mention this every week because Jerry Ann leads one of the most recognized Facebook groups out there. It's Military Mama Network, and one of their things that they stand behind is red on Fridays, which is remember everyone deployed. Of course, you can wear red and say remember everyone deployed any day of the week, of course, and in honor. But that would be the thing for Friday with Jerry Ann, and that's why she's asking, "Where's your damn red? What the hell's wrong with you people?" Yes, you're waiting your red shirts that you ordered. Well, there you go. Sherry's on board. Oh my gosh.
That's a good question. Would you pay for a subscription to use a social network you really liked? Well, you pay for Netflix.
Yeah, right? You just can't interact on there, right? I know, and it's not even quality, right?
Some of it is really bad.
Oh, see, I need to order my red shirts because they just got their shirts in from their wholesaler and they'll go out next week. All right, I'm on board. Good heavens.
She needs your size.
Yeah, I know. We've been through this 100 times, right? I like extra small. I like an extra small. No, I'm not extra small.
It just means you'd like to be.
Right. I was like, I don't even know if I want to be a little afraid with my frame. If I was extra small, that would be a little bit scary. Don't talk about Netflix. She's boycotting them. Good. You go. I know that whole story, but that TV show, that movie, whatever it is, it's supposed to be art. All right. I'm not even going there.
I don't know. I missed out on that.
Oh, you did? Oh,
I have no idea.
Oh, it's all the buzz. So a French filmmaker made a movie called Cuties, I think it's called. And it's about a Senegalese girl who becomes part of a dance troupe that they create, and it's about twerking, basically. And so they do this whole dance thing, and it's very suggestive, and they're wearing these costumes that are just very suggestive. But the movie, allegedly, because it's art, and sometimes we look at art and go. So the creator of the movie says it's a film about the sexualization of girls and young girls and children, and what the social media world does to young girls and what they feel like they have to live up to and do and pressure and all that. However, there's the face, because it's super uncomfortable from what I see. They're really little kids and they're making really suggestive moves. And I think the filmmaker could have made that point without putting the kids on the film, because we all know that there are people out there. And if you're one of them now and you're probably like sitting there going, oh, I would never, you're probably not going to admit to it, but let's just say it. If there's people out there that are actually looking for that kind of video to watch because they're pedophiles and it's messed
Mm-mm-mm.
up. It's nasty. And so people are saying Netflix should take that movie down. Call it art, call it what you want. And by the way, it's not a he, it's a she. She made the movie about it and to make money from it. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And that's what the thing it is.
It hasn't come up in my suggested movies.
No, it's not him. I didn't even know about it either. I was like, it was not
I had no idea.
I've got all Marvel movies and NCIS.
Yeah, and say it's not in the NCIS Criminal Minds. It sounds like it should be in Criminal Minds.
I know, right?
Episode of.
Okay, so yes, Laura, my psychological studies mindset is conflicted with cuties. I know it's like it's not. I don't even get it. I understand bringing something to the forefront, but when you feed
a way to do it,
yeah, when you're feeding into the thing that it is you don't want to feed into, because
do a documentary on it. Then
exactly,
it sound like it's a documentary.
Exactly. We don't need to, as Jerry Ann says, and Tim. Shout out to the grooming pedophiles. What the heck? That's what they're doing. They're grooming them into like, oh, this is okay. Buy Netflix and find your movies here. It's just nasty. So you haven't even had coffee yet, and you're this rambunctious, Tim. Seriously, and yeah, it's been going on
to go to Dunkin's.
Going on to the days of Joan Benet Ramsey. That whole thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a horrible story, and I remember
that show. Dance Moms or something. I've only heard about it.
No,
but I never actually watched it. Actually, I didn't watch it just because these two gals at this office I used to work in, because they watched it, I refused to watch it.
It wasn't even about the show. It was about the people that I work with. Like, you know what? I don't like you. I don't agree with you. So whatever you're eating, drinking,
exactly. I'd heard enough. I really didn't have to watch it. So.
Oh, you got the whole show right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, would she cast her daughter in it? That's a good one, Sherry. I mean, oh my gosh. So it popped up on your suggested movies. Where'd you go? Where did that note go? We were watching Night at the Museum and it popped up.
Really?
What? How is that even related? That's messed up.
I've had some shows pop up that were unrelated, though. That particular one hasn't, but I have had some where you just kind of go,
"That's
really."
That's the internet is an interesting thing because if it's all SEO, right?
Right.
It's all search engine tools and tags, and like you can tag something as something you just wanted to show up in that world, right? And it has nothing to do with it. If I want to be like cats. And it has nothing to do with cats, my stuff might show up. And yes, it is. It's trending. And you find a trending hashtag or a trending SEO tag.
Oh, it's trending.
It comes up and like, it's not okay though. Not okay. And I'm right with Laura. Yeah. I'm with Laura.
I'm so with her. Yeah.
The toddlers and tiaras and dance moms. I'm just thinking when I took dance lessons, it didn't look like that. Oh my gosh.
I have come across recently because I'm doing that project with my mom where we're scanning in all the old photos. So every photo album that they have between my parents and both of their parents.
Oh my gosh. You can get lost in that for hours.
So I think we've been doing this now for 2 years.
And people are doing it, especially.
And it's not done yet.
Right now, I think everybody's doing it. And right here, this is where Tim comes in.
Yep.
That we're looking back on the photos. So what'd you come up with?
And the photos I had of me and Dance are nothing like Dance Moms. They'd be like, who's the little weird girl?
There is no way. The most risque outfit I had for a dance recital was we were supposed to be I think it was Mexico. We were supposed to be representing Mexico. We were doing some dance, so it was a 2-piece outfit, but it was by no means was it a suggestive 2-piece outfit.
Mine were 1 pieces.
And you know what, Jerry Ann? I'm going to tell you, you're saying it's a effed up world right now. You know what? Here's the truth of the matter. It's always been. It's always
yeah.
it's been hidden because people haven't had a way to come out and be like, hey, look it. Well, now we got all these social media outlets and all these ways that people think it's okay to come on out and show their self. And you know what? In a sense, I'm kind of glad they do because now I know who they are because they were hiding.
Exactly.
And I didn't know. And I hear some people when they, whatever they profess to support or encourage, I'm like, note to self. They're in the other column now. So, and shout out to Mexico. Ole. Oh my God, right? So, yeah.
Well, and Sherry wants to change the topic, and we can do that.
Because I wanted to know, like you just came back.
We were down in South Carolina. Now we drive, and we have been for the last, few years or so. We drive everywhere. I haven't been on a plane in
100 years.
Ages, like
since the Wright brothers invented the plane.
Exactly. So we drove down, which was awesome. And our first stop was at a cavern. It was an old limestone mine in Kentucky. And we went kayaking because it was flooded.
I think that's the neatest thing I ever saw.
Oh.
I mean, not if you're working in the mine, that would be a terrible thing. But
right.
This has been beyond it. So.
Yeah, it just naturally flooded and they just left it. And so this company went in and they do kayaks, they do stand-up paddle boards, and they do have it as a pontoon boat that will take you around also. But
so you could kayak or hitch a ride.
Yep.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
When she showed the pictures, I thought that was I was a little, at first I was like, I don't know how I'd feel about being in a dark cave with water and all that jazz.
Well, it was actually, our guides that were with us had lights under their kayaks, which was really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Because they had lights under their kayaks, so that was like beyond awesome.
Super cool.
And then there was they had other handheld lights.
I was wondering because when in your pictures, if you guys haven't seen the pictures, go on over and check out Mandy Jo.
Well, I can share. Let me get to the right spot.
Because what I thought was real. Oh, right now? Are you serious? Right now? Yes, you get to do this right now. When I saw the pictures, I was like,
let me see if I can find the pictures here. I'm over on.
That face. The question I had when I saw the pictures was, how is the water glowing?
Let me see if I can get to the, because it's right now. I'm looking at my Google Pics because I'm going to bring them up, but I want to get to the right ones because we were gone. We left on Thursday and got back on Tuesday.
Shout out to the Thursday to Tuesdays.
Oh, man, it was so great.
You looked so happy. It was kind of fun to see that.
Oh, I was. And I took so many pictures, so that's why it's taking me a little bit to get. They're here, honest. Okay. Me.
Yeah, when I saw they were posted in the private group, yes, indeed they were. But okay, so Mandy Jo's hunting for them otherwise. But so what was neat about it was that I thought, wow, look at the glow under the waters. But that was cool that they had lights under the boat so that the water got illuminated. I was kind of freaked out though. I said, oh, in a mine, in a cave, in water. I don't know. I didn't think I had a lot of fears, but I kind of did, I guess. So hold on. Let's see if we can pull this in.
See if we can pull it in. There we go. So it was the Gorge Underground. So kayak boat, and a sup is stand-up paddleboard.
Pretty cool. That and that was that's a Halloween spider attack, but
yeah, I just thought it was so cool. There was that little piece of rock peeking out from all of the green.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's see. We'll get. So it was definitely down in. That's how far down we were, standing in the back.
So
So it was great.
Laura had mentioned that she's got mining family members who are miners.
Mhm.
And I thought, wow, I don't, out here in New Hampshire, it's not common. So I don't know of anybody that had done that. So I always, I don't know. I'm always in awe of people who did that for a living to support their families, because what a crazy, crazy feeling it must have been to be in there as a worker and
Mhm.
back in as a tourist on a kayak. What a different experience. But so tell us.
Well, and like this photo here was looking into the mine and the temperature difference of the water. That's why all of the smoke that you see, the fog, because of that kind of difference. And you actually walked through these containers. They're,
Oh,
metal containers, and
yeah.
they had everything in there. And I'm like, okay.
Crazy, crazy.
They were decorating for Halloween already.
Clearly. So I think what was fun about this, you can keep going, but one of the fun things about this that I liked is that it leads into what you want to do with your adventures in walking. Also, like your
Mhm.
yeah. So I don't steal the thunder out of that, but go ahead. So this
This
is
is definitely the adventures. This was sitting there. We were just waiting for everybody to get in their kayaks and come in.
cool.
And I'm sitting there, and it's so still. It flooded, but there's no running water in it.
Crazy, right?
So the water was so still, and so I took
Was it
pictures.
yucky water? I mean, these are the things I wonder about. Like, did it smell like yucky water? What's a mine
No,
like?
it didn't smell.
So the mine is like the inside of your nose. It has no scent whatsoever. Okay. I wondered.
So yeah, I mean, and there's Rick trying to get his phone out.
You guys are brave. The phone thing. I know you have yours on a
Well,
land.
see, mine was tethered.
Yeah.
I did not trust mine.
Yeah.
Mine was tethered. His was not. His was in his pocket. I'm like,
Living life on the edge, right? It's like, it's all right. I'm in a mine. I'm in a boat.
yeah.
My phone.
So, and there was graffiti on the walls in some places
All right then.
because that was from beforehand, and they've just left it.
All right. One of them says, "Hey, Mandy Jo, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah, see that picture, like those pictures. Go ahead. I think you have the next one. It's probably more clear, but how the water was illuminated, I was just like, so that was neat that they put that on the bottom of the boat to make it neat. But there you go, guys.
Yeah. See, there's the bottom. Right there's the light. This is my kayak.
Okay, so you're looking down into the
So
water.
I was looking down into the water. Yeah, because I just didn't want to move my phone too far, even though it was tethered.
Yeah, right. It was like
Because the guys told us once we got way out, oh yeah, in some spots it's like 35 feet. Okay, there's one detail I could do without.
Yeah.
I didn't need to know that.
Right. Leave that out. Leave that out. Oh my gosh.
And there is some water that's dripping off the ceilings.
That's so neat though. So
But
that's an opening to the outside up above you there, right?
no, that's actually a reflection of his light.
Tim, you left and came back. Well, this is Mandy Jo took a trip, and she was in a flooded mine on a kayak, and they do tours through there. And this is she's just showing how the look of it all was, because that's so cool.
The really cool ones are coming up. See how you can see the water illuminated underneath?
Yes. And thank you, Tim, for reminding me that some people are just jumping in and going, wait a minute, what the heck? Because it is. This is Mornings with the Moose, where you can jump in, drop out, stop by, stop out, I don't know, whatever. And so you jump in the middle and go, what in the, I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Yes. And I thought this was really cool.
Look at that.
Because you could really see you could see he's got a handheld light that he's shining into the cave area, and yet underneath his boat is all lit up.
Breaking news. Welcome to Corona World. The child has made a bed on the coffee table. Hallelujah, Tim. You know what? Kids are so resourceful. You know what? You can get me out of bed if you want, but I'm not really getting out of bed. I'm going to make
Right?
bed, and I'm going to sleep right here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, how long?
I mean, it was just a really cool.
How long were you inside?
It's an hour tour.
That's neat.
And my favorite, they did get us in all the way in the back, and once they got us all the way back,
Yeah.
they had us all sit really still and not go anywhere, and they turned off all of the lights.
I was afraid you were going to say that. That's why I was biting my lip, because I'm going to be honest. That's when I'd be like, okay.
I took my kayak because at the time when he said he was going to be doing it, because they gave a nice big countdown, made sure everybody was together. There was only 4 kayaks because there was 3 of us plus the 2-person and then the 2 guides.
That's all I would need. Yeah, shout out to the beds. I mean,
so I moved mine so that I was next to the wall, and then I had one hand over on Rick's kayak.
that would be me. I need to be grounded somewhere. I need to be grounded. Give me
right. And so it didn't last very long. And this is towards the end where that's truly the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
So yeah, it was really cool. I must say we enjoyed it immensely, and there's no way I could even start to go through all the pictures that we took.
I know. Well, you know what's neat
because we were gone for so long.
Doesn't it seem like it was like an eternity?
Oh, it went by so fast. And the one day we left on Thursday, did the kayak on a Thursday, and then Thursday night, this mine is so out in the middle of nowhere that unless you are a camper type person, if you're a hotel person like me, you have to drive another hour to find a hotel that you're gonna stay in.
How did you find this place?
On TripAdvisor.
Okay.
I live on TripAdvisor. I have all kinds of trips put together that we have done, that we haven't done.
Well, that's neat, though. I found someone. Have you guys ever looked when you go on Airbnb? Like, I just go on Airbnb. I don't even know why I do it. I honestly, sometimes I have no interest in renting an Airbnb in a place where I'm going, but I'm always curious to see what are the Airbnbs in this area, and then it always comes up with like suggested. You can do Airbnb like activities. It'll mention, and I start looking at those. I'm like, some of the stuff is cool. So that's a great way to find new ideas. Is things like TripAdvisor. And
I live on there. So every time that we think about going, or if I'm scrolling Facebook and something comes up, I'll go into TripAdvisor because I can save it so I can find it again.
Well, that's the thing, right?
On Facebook, you can't find it again. Once it's gone, it's like I've had that where 10 minutes goes by and I can't find something. So it's like,
So let me just remind you, you're watching us. This is Mornings with the Moose, Friendly Fridays. We have this morning chat every day, Monday through Thursday, in our private group. But on Fridays, we bring it out to the public because we're that way. We just want to be out and about. And Mandy Jo Rindhage is with us here, and she's just kind of going over her recent trip. Not because we sit and talk about people's trips, but because there's a reason behind this all. But I also want to just say, this is one of those things about when people wonder if you're in business. And some people watching this broadcast, it says the lightened up entrepreneur because that's what I am here. And you might not be an entrepreneur, and it's okay because the fact about being lightened up is the key. But if you're a business and you're wondering, I don't know why nobody clicks my stuff. I don't know why. Let me say what Mandy Jo just said is huge. Sometimes, and you all know it, sometimes you like look at things and you scroll through and you're like, ooh, I like it. And you kind of do your little thing so you can investigate it later. So you may need to put something out there Newsflash, Tim, we need breaking news. Newsflash. You may need to post something more than once for someone to actually catch it, because they might be scrolling along and say, whoa, an abandoned mine that's flooded for kayaks. Whoa.
Well, and that fits in with my adventures in walking.
Yeah, that's what I really want to get to too, because
my adventures, few things coming up. October.
Yes, Tim, there really is a reason behind it all. There isn't always. There isn't. But in this case, there is. Because otherwise you're sitting around watching somebody's home movies and go, oh, wow, that was nice. But no, there's a reason. All right, Tim?
So for October.
This is Mandy Jo's October announcement that I was dying to hear.
It's the Monster Mash Walking Challenge. So I am awaiting the registration page to go live. So that is coming up very, very shortly.
Fine. Tell me about it.
So what it is you get to pick one of four challenges. I added the fourth one in. And it's walk an average of a half mile a day for 31 days. So 15 and a half miles as a total for the month of October. Or walk a mile every day. So a total of 31 miles, or 2 miles a day. So that's 3 of them, which is super awesome. Plus you get some really cool, very cool swag material.
Well, I'll just say I did get a sneak peek, and I said, I like the fact that you threw in a PC, which is, for me, instead of mean a computer, it has to do with pizza. I'm just saying.
Right? So I was like, what do I want? And I actually put this out to one of my running and walking groups. And runners can participate, but they need to walk.
That's it. No running. So that's why it's like going back to school. Tim, you there? It's like walking feet.
Challenge number, let me get it on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Challenge number 4 is for the family. So it's a total of 62 miles combined with all 4 people.
How many? 62?
62. So it's basically, for a family of 4, you're averaging a half mile a day.
Okay. I like it. See,
so the swag,
family friendly. This is solo friendly. This is runners, please walk friendly. Yeah, I think you're here.
I can give a sneak peek. Let me share.
Yeah, you guys, this sounds like fun. All right, so wait a minute. I kind of like the fact that it's called the. Wait a minute. Tim's got me thinking about the Monster Mash only. Was it a Monster Dash? What are we calling it? A Monster Mashup? What is it?
Monster Mash. Well, it's Monster Smash.
Smash. Okay, Tim.
Smash.
Tim, simmer down. Don't ruin it now. Monster. I'm going to put that down here.
So I've got it if you want to share it, Nancy.
Okay, I will do that. Dun, dun, dun.
It's not the official page. This is my back office.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. So here, let me see if I can. Is there an enlarge button? Probably not. But here you've got the can koozie, the privacy camera blocker, so you can stick that on your computer. Yeah, just like what Nancy did. And then Nancy's favorite is this pizza cutter and bottle opener.
I like it. Because you know what? If you're going to have pizza, you're probably going to have something with a bottle with it. I'm just saying.
Right. And I don't have it back yet because this is literally coming together like right now.
Yeah. So when does it start?
This starts October 1st.
Okay. You all.
So
this is the thing. So it's going to be fun. I think it's fun to do. How much does it cost to be involved with it? What's that all about?
The cost is $25
All right. See, we're not even talking a million.
for challenges 1, 2, and 3. If you get either the 3 items, package 1,
Yep.
or the acrylic metal, which is going to be themed. I'm having that designed right now.
This is fun.
Or if you want more, if you want to have both of it, you want the metal and the swag, then it's just a $7 upcharge.
How sweet though. So I like the idea that you're throwing in the metal in there. Jerry Ann did, she did it was like a virtual 5K. And that was part of the fun that I thought it was. It was for Military Mama Network, but you also got a medal for completing it. And I thought, there's just something about having that thing that said you were part of something. So I love it. So you guys,
and for the family, the family's $80. You get 1 swag bag.
Yep.
But you get 4 medals.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Because what kid would want a medal?
Yeah, and you know what? I know. And you can say, hey, if the whole family got a medal, but come on, right? If you got kids involved, they want your own medal.
Yep.
It's your thing. And so what a great way to encourage people to get out there and get moving. So I'm not going to bust the bigger news, but I'm sort of going to bust it. So one of the things I love about what Mandy Jo is up to in the behind the scenes is something that I've been working on as well. So it's like, it's in synergy. So it's not that we're, let me just tell you this. I had my broadcast last night. If you didn't catch it, go ahead over and just check the previous post from last night. But I talked about, how to attract your ideal market. Who are your ideal people? How do you get more of them around you? And one of the things you don't do in a group and you don't do in a community, and we don't do in ours, which is why I love it, is just try to one up or I do that. I take that. I did. It's like, just simmer down. Simmer down. Know your place of genius. Know your magic sauce, because people are going to be attracted to you, first of all, and what you do, secondly, almost always. Because I might be interested in what you do, but really, if I really like you and what you're about, your energy, your everything, I probably want to know what are you up to. And if it's something I'm interested in, I'm probably going to be involved. So I have no problem sharing that she and I are in the same space in some places, because I know she is in places that there's no way I would want to even go, or I would look to her for the guidance on. So yeah, no, don't be quiet. Don't be quiet, Tim. It's not that. It's just understand,
And what I'm working on behind the scenes,
the secret part.
This is going to take a little bit longer.
Yep. Is
the end of April 2021.
Like, it's coming. Yes.
It's coming.
Yes.
We're going to do a walkation.
Oh my gosh. I love it. A walkation.
So it's going to be a trip to Nashville, Tennessee for the country music half marathon.
Sweet.
And there's going to be a training program beforehand, and there's a vacation wrapped around it. So we're going to go and be a couple days ahead of the race, a couple days after the race, and enjoy Nashville while you're there, and just happen to do a half marathon in the middle.
And that's sweet. I think it's great because, I think when I hear half marathon, I'm like, oh my God. But you know what? You have made it clear to me that it is possible, and it doesn't have to be a run thing. It's kind of like what I just got done saying. You don't have to run and compete. The world isn't about all competition. And sometimes it's just about your personal best, your personal best. And then I remember when I first heard you, I thought, walking, really? Yeah, I could walk. But then I realized what you meant was like, it's walking. It's like, it is not just walking. It is like, it's walking on steroids, I guess. But what a great way to not
steroids. Illegal.
Yeah, I know that is illegal. But it's all pumped up. It's more like, and it's just a more invigorated walking. It's the closest you can get to running without running. And I like the fact that you're tying in the part that ties in with me. So you all know, because you're like, how does this tie into Nancy? She doesn't do walking. Exactly what I'm saying. That's Mandy Jo Rindhage. I'm all about the adventures of outdoors, setting up retreats that involve an outdoor experience. So when I heard that she was doing this, I thought, this is awesome, because this takes in the thing that I love, which is outdoor experiences, with something that she is amazing with, which is about the walking and including that as part of being outdoors and part of an experience of a new location. Shabam, I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, Cindy Lou, you don't have to worry about me with any overlap for walking. Same here, girl.
I love it. I actually, when I started back working out, I had an infant, and I just felt sluggish. So I joined the program, and I liked it so much that I became a group leader, and then just took it from there. And now he's 19.
Yeah, I love it. See, and necessity is the mother of invention. You never know what you can do until you're in the middle of something and say, well, you know what? And if that hasn't, now more than ever, if that hasn't been to most of us here since March of this year, and whenever year you're watching this, it's 2020, FYI, in case you made a bed out of your coffee table and fell asleep. It's still 2020, and we're dealing with C-19 at the moment. And a lot of us were really thrown off balance by it, and trying to figure out what do we do now. But it's interesting how when you have to make do or make your way in the new place, whether it's because you had a young child, you're like, I don't know, what can I do instead? Oh, don't even start. Froze.
Nancy froze. Oh no.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Lord have mercy.
The great thing for Adventures in Walking is I actually started this before C-19. So it wasn't like I wanted to take advantage of C-19. It just happened to give me that little extra push that I needed to do.
That's the key, right?
Gave me that push. So to me, it's been different because I had to postpone the adventure part, but that's okay.
Well, that's
We'll get there.
Hold on a second, folks.
Feedback. And Nancy's muted herself. Laura, we swap spots. Yes. And it is a StreamYard thing. So she was able to get and move us all around. That is brand new with StreamYard, which I thought was really cool, because then you can put people wherever you want them on the screen. Oh, yes. So, Nancy, you are still muted. Nancy's muted. That's okay. We'll keep going. So part of that trip that we took, and the great thing about businesses now, is that you can take it all online. And so with my training program, we do the training online. And we're moving to where we'll gather for races once races come back. But the great thing about having an online business is that you can move anywhere you want to. And so on the agenda is South Carolina, which is why we went down there. It was a very cool, very quick trip. I think, I don't know if I can put things on screen or not. Because I know Sherry had mentioned that it was a very quick trip, being that we drove. And we typically only go for 4 or 5 hours and then get out, do something fun, which we did. Kayaking in an old limestone mine. But we put in a lot of adventure. And with the one day on the trip, it was going to rain. It rained too much and we weren't able to do what we wanted to. So we just stayed an extra day. Called up the hotel, say, hey, we need to extend our stay. No problem. And I have no idea where Nancy went. And it's 8:13. Is this still going? Or am I talking to myself? Nope, it looks like I'm still live. Are we still live? Are we still live? Because I'm still in. Ah, there she is.
I was listening the whole time, by the way.
I'm like, wait a minute, are we still live?
I love it. Yeah.
There's no new comments coming in.
I was listening to you. I was thinking, wow, you're doing a great job, actually. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's me. It was totally me because I'm not sure what happens at my house around this time, the magic time. It happens every time. I don't know. I think there's something. We're in a condo strip here, and I think what ends up happening is right around 8:00 is when the remote kids get on and do their stuff, and remote workers get on and do their work stuff, and then there's me trying to do my stuff that I started early. But you know what I love is we honestly, I want to applaud you, Mandy Jo, because here's the thing. We dropped viewers, we dropped people. I understand it happens. Understand this. What I love about our group, our community, is that I think what we have learned, aside from the fact that we all have our own, maybe our own businesses, our own interests and all of that, is that to be comfortable in who we are and what we do and what we're about as people. So when something like that happens, you get dropped off and you're like, I guess I'm the one holding this show. It's all right because you're just
keep going.
Yeah, that's it. You're just who you are, and it's a wonderful thing. So I'm really glad that you had the confidence to stay with it so that I could come back. I had to force shut a lot of things that were going on in the background for some reason. I did not know what going on there, but we're good. We are good. So bloody blah. For some reason, Zoom thinks I'm running, but I'm not. So.
Oh, Zoom takes up a huge amount of bandwidth.
Yeah, and I don't know why it thinks it's running on its own, but you gotta love the computer world. It does what it does, and we just keep on rolling. So super glad that you were on here today with us. I'm really glad that you still kept on talking through it, and I'm sorry it was awkward for you. We try not to make it awkward, but I don't know. Between Facebook and Mr. Internet, we never know what will happen. But we survive, and we are. So, and I like the fact that I was in on my phone. I don't know if you could see it. That's when we had all the feedback.
Yeah.
Nancy the extra. Is what says, if you must see Nancy the extra. I couldn't get that thing to come up for the life of me, but so I love StreamYard. I want y'all to know that. If when this happens, it is not a result of StreamYard. It is a result of Nancy's connection. I need to be hardwired in. It would be a lot better. But so thank you so much for coming in. I'm really glad that you got to share what's coming up October 1st for your.
Me too. I'm so excited about this. I had coordinated road races for 14 years.
Yeah.
And 11 of that was by myself.
Wow.
But so it kind of brings back that energy without me having to get volunteers, which is the part I hated the most.
Yeah, getting people to commit and show up kind of a thing.
Oh, I loved my runners and walkers that would show up every year for the race.
Yeah.
But getting volunteers
rallying the troops kind of a thing is
and it got worse every year.
I think that's true for a lot of events until it really gets some amazing momentum going. I guess that's true in everything, right? Until it gets amazing momentum going, it's really hard to find those volunteers. And but you really, really need the volunteers.
Well, and that's the funny thing about it. The race that I had coordinated, I actually took over from someone else. So it had, I think it's in the 40s now. 40 years that it's been around.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't a brand new race even.
Yeah. Volunteers are a tough crew. And then sometimes you get people who say they'll volunteer and then they flake.
Yes. And when you're doing a race that takes off at 7 a.m., I don't like volunteers that don't show up.
Yeah, not cool. So this whole virtual thing is a blessing for what you want to do. And I think it's awesome. So anybody, Mandy Jo is going to drop in the link for this after the broadcast. It'll be somewhere on the link, or else you can give it to me, and I'll also post it in the comments. But whatever.
I don't have the link to
when it's available
yet.
Right.
Because I'm waiting for Run Sign Up that has this awesome platform already created. So I'm just waiting. I mean, I haven't checked my email this morning yet, so I don't know if it's been.
Well, how about this? When it comes out, I'm going to add it to the comments, but what I'll do is when it comes out on your business page, I will share it into this business page so that people who are watching this will know where to go. And in the meantime, you can also always go over to check out Mandy Jo. Look, because you know what? You guys are internet savvy. If you're watching this, you have a clue. I know you do.
And everything that I have going on, my current programs are at mandyjo.live.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy right there. mandyjo.live.
Live.
I'm going to put that in here.
So that has all of my programs of what's going on, my exercise class. And yep.
Great. Thank you, Mandy Jo. And now we try to keep this to a half hour. Everybody, whoever tunes into this knows that it doesn't end up being a half hour. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about the internet just dropping on me like it does or freezing. And but until next week, y'all, if you're interested in being part of the private group, you just have to answer some questions because we don't just let everybody in. We can't just let the riffraff come tromping on through. It's a nice protected community where we have our things. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested, go ahead and let us know. Let me know below that you would like to get part of the group. But we are lighting up with Miss Nancy. It's a name that has stuck. Don't ask questions right now. And otherwise, check out Mandy Jo and what she's got going on. And so glad you were here with us, Mandy Jo. I appreciate you. I'm glad you were here. And
thanks for having me.
Friendly Fridays, we're here being ourselves, and we do talk about our business on Friendly Fridays. And a lot of the people watching right now have been on as a guest, and I love it. So we will see you in the group on what? What do you think? You want to do this on Monday in the group? What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Until then, we'll see you next Friday. Otherwise, if you don't dare to come in the group. All right. Over and out. Check out Mandy Jo and have a fantastic whatever day it is. Whatever year it is. All right. See y'all.